using your head, using your neck. No, it's going to be a pin. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the second round for Keyston Hughes, and we're tied at 6-6.
It's time for high school wrestling on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Chava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Now let's head to the gym for tonight's coverage of high school wrestling on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Finish the match right here. He does.
Well, good evening and welcome to Wenatchee High School as we're bringing you Big Nine Wrestling on the NCWLIFE Channel. I'm Dave Granstrom, and the old man's back again. Dave Granstrom is here tonight. And, Dad, first of all, thanks for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm upright.
He's upright. And let's talk about this matchup here. You've got the Sunnyside Grizzlies, state finishers, top 10 finishes. I mean, a very, very good program, both on the boys and the girls side, taking on a Wenatchee squad that's very young on both sides for the girls and the boys.
Right. Well, it's bears versus cats. That's what I can see shaping up. But I looked at the program, and there's at least 4 really dandy head-to-head matches tonight.
When you are a program that's young like this, and you know going in that you probably don't have a big chance in a dual head-to-head against another team, your coaching days, what would you tell your wrestlers heading in?
I would tell them that this is the maximum experience when you're going against a team that has vastly more experience than you have. Then you have everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's true. And, you can learn a couple of things along the way as well.
Oh, yes, there's no doubt about that. And there will be some learning tonight.
Well, and also, I mean, you can't just assume, okay, well, I'm going to lose this match. I mean, that's why you go out and wrestle it, right? I mean, somebody could make a mistake.
Absolutely. That's why you go out and let it all hang out. Try everything,
We've got the Sunnyside Grizzlies, the Wenatchee Panthers. That's the bear and the cat thing happening here. And we're going to have the girls up first. We'll talk to Reese Whitley, who is the girls' coach, coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
Our pre-match show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the girls as Wenatchee takes on Sunnyside. We got Reese Whitley, who's the head coach for Wenatchee. Reese, how's the season been so far? You're about halfway through.
It's pretty good so far. We started off a little rocky, but the girls have come together and gotten stronger, so it's been a lot of fun lately.
You've got a team that has prominence in the Big Nine, and they've returned to state over and over and over. Is this something you tell the girls, okay, look at these guys, look how they do, and this is where we aspire to be?
In a way. I mean, we really haven't had a whole lot of girls going, so we got a really young team this year, so we're actually looking forward to seeing them grow throughout the season.
When you have that few in the wrestling room, do you utilize some of the boys to wrestle against and things like that?
It depends on the circumstances. We try to get them to wrestle with girls because girls are typically more flexible than boys. Right. So the moves that don't work on the boys will work on the girls, and whatever works on the girls doesn't work on the boys. So
how much of your wrestling experience do you imply on the girls as far as what, is it you like to wrestle on the feet, or is it just pure fundamentals with them being young?
That's a hard one because I was at a lightweight, so some of it applies to them and some of it doesn't. Like, again, I wasn't as flexible as they are, so sometimes they do stuff that I am not used to seeing, and that's how it goes.
Well, we are looking for a couple of good matches here tonight for the ladies. Is there something that you've told them, okay, here's what I'd like to see out of you guys tonight?
Absolutely. Every match I tell them, this is what I want to see. This is going to be a tough match tonight, so they're ready for it, hopefully, and see what happens.
Well, best of luck here tonight. Keep everybody healthy, most importantly.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go, Reese Whitley joining us here on the pre-match show. We'll come back and get you the bouts and get you the wrestling next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
And welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School. We've got a couple of more girls JV matches to finish up here before we get to the varsity matches on the NCWLIFE Channel. And I wish I knew who was on the mat right now, but apologies, I do not. Along with Dave Granstrom, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And, well, Dad, we've got Sunnyside that comes in. The girls are undefeated in Big Nine wrestling so far this season at 3-0. They're tied with Davis at 3-0. Moses Lake so far 4-0 on the season. Wenatchee looking for their first dual match win, but I mean, when you only have 6 contested matches, it's kind of hard to do so.
It's impossible. Yep, the numbers just aren't there. No matter if they got a pin every time.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you look at, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forfeits.
Right.
You know, the Cedar Woolley math tells me that's 64 points right there. So
I know, even Cedar Woolley math tells you that.
But we are looking forward to some good matches here, a couple of good matches in this varsity girls match. But then, of course, looking ahead, we've got probably, 4 great matches to look forward to in the varsity boys match tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've been going over the 2 rosters, and it sure looks like we have some head-to-heads that would be remarkable based strictly on their season performances so far.
We talked moments ago to Reese Whitley, who's the head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers. He's assisted by Jordan Martinez. We'll do that bout matchup sheet coming up here in just a moment. Dave Mendoza is the head coach for Sunnyside's girls program. He's assisted by John Killian. He had a chance to come by and introduce himself here before the match. He thought you were me, which I'm sure for you happens all the time, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, right. I wish.
I have so many people that ask me if you're my brother, for gosh sakes. Don't let that go to your head, Dad.
Well, it's good for an old guy's ego. That's all that is. Yeah.
But you look at Sunnyside's roster for the girls. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 girls that are ranked in the top 15 according to the Washington Wrestling Report for the state. And they're coming off a season where they were able to get a top 10 finish at Matt Classic last year. And that's something else we're going to talk about as we get ready for the broadcast as well, is the changes to the state system, the changes to Matt Classic, and more importantly, no regional wrestling anymore.
Which I just can't understand for the life of me.
So they're going to determine who makes the state tournament in Matt Classic by the district tournaments, and that's it.
By the district tournaments, evidently. That's the plan. And I realize I'm old school, but to me it seems that this leaves a lot of kids out.
Yeah, and it seems, I thought the idea was to try to embrace and incorporate more opportunities for youth athletes, student athletes, and yeah, you're leaving a lot of people behind. And by the way, from the district tournament, you only get 3 seeds for the Big Nine to advance to the Matt Classic.
Yeah, not 4. You only get 3.
Yeah, 3. So I mean, that makes it a tall task. So you ask a wrestler to start wrestling in November.
Right.
And maybe pull some weight to get to the weight maybe that they have a better chance of being successful at. You go to one tournament after another. You wrestle dual meets, dual matches, things like that. And at the end, you're trying to hold a carrot out. But if that carrot is eaten up before they ever get there, meaning that you only got a chance to get 3 spots, especially if you're a freshman or a sophomore and you don't have a lot of experience under your belt, what's the point?
Right. And here's another thing. They're allowed to have more than one guy at the same weight.
Right.
In tournaments.
Yeah.
Well, what happens to that now?
Well, right.
With only three spots available.
Yeah, there's 2 that placed for Sunnyside, for example. Zayden Gonzalez and Samuel Valencia. They were both at 113 pounds last year,
right,
and both placed 1/3, 1/5 in the state MAC Classic.
Right.
Now one of those guys is probably going to be negated unless they wrestle each other for the district championship.
Well, that's about the only alternative they have.
Yeah.
And perhaps they will, but I just don't understand this change. And like I say, maybe old school, but I don't understand why.
It's about opportunity and rewarding, I thought. But
I thought.
Maybe not necessarily the case.
No,
so
I thought. Yeah.
So we're about ready for wrestling here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. By the way, thanks again to Reese Whitley for doing the pregame interview. He really didn't want to do that. I mean, he really didn't want to do that. I went over and introduced myself before the match, long before, in fact, before they had weigh-ins, and he wouldn't even look at me. He says, "I don't like reporters." And I said, "Well, that's good because I'm not a reporter. I'm a play-by-play wrestling announcer." Our broadcast here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842 at alpineair.net. Well, I guess we're not going to do the head-to-head shake the hands bout, I guess. And they're starting at 170 pounds. Getting a forfeit is Alicia Martinez, the junior for Sunnyside. So that quickly gives the ladies from the Grizzlies a 6-0 lead here. And they'll add to that as Yaneli Torres, a junior at 190 pounds, will get the hand lifted because of a forfeit at that weight, so that suddenly makes it 12-0. And let's add another 6 points here at 235 pounds. Elizabeth Torres, the sophomore for Sunnyside, will win by forfeit here tonight. And I was asking you before we got going here tonight, a forfeit in a head-to-head match, is that considered a victory for the wrestler?
I'm not sure how exactly they do that.
In the old ways, not necessarily, but maybe now it is. We will have a bout contested here at 100 pounds. This is Sheila Size, the junior for Wenatchee, and Kayla Maltos, the sophomore for Sunnyside. So one of our 6 matches that will actually be battled here tonight in this girls varsity match on the NCWLIFE Channel. So Says for Wenatchee and Maltos for Sunnyside. The Grizzlies in the black singlets with the red trim. The Panthers in the purple singlets with the gold trim. And we're underway on the NCWLIFE Channel. And a 3 takedown going to be given right away to Maltos. The sophomore gets the advantage on the feet. And here's a quick turn and looking for the pin right away in the first few seconds of this match. She's got a good position, and she will get it 26 seconds into the first round. And a fall for Maltos. And she'll add to Sunnyside's lead here, add 6 more points, so that makes it 24-0. Just like that. Another contested bout here in 105 pounds. Jocelyn Godinez of Sunnyside, a sophomore, will go up against Peyton McNaught, freshman for Wenatchee. So McNaught for the Panthers and Godinez for Sunnyside. And some of these girls were able to wrestle a little bit earlier, getting a little extra work in, and you love that as a coach, right?
Right. Especially in Wenatchee's case, they need experience.
Yeah, definitely so, with such a young roster for Coach Whitley.
Yep.
So here we go, match it away. Godinez again for Sunnyside and McNaught for the Panthers. As we're underway, first round, 2 minutes per round, 3-round bouts, and a head and arm attempt by the Wenatchee wrestler is going to work out nicely and maybe even get some near fall points as well. She got the 3-point takedown, did McNaught. Kind of a risky move by the freshman.
Right. She's got near fall points. He was counting.
Absolutely. Again, this year is the first year for changing the point value for near falls. So that's a 4-point near fall, which in the old days used to be 3 points. So the near fall points were 2 and 3. And also the takedown was just 2 points. And now the takedown, now here's a reversal of fortune potentially. But the Sunnyside wrestler Godinez couldn't take advantage of McNaught being a little bit too high there. So now McNaught still in control according to our official tonight, as we're under a minute left in round number 1. And
more near fall.
And a pin. How about that?
Wow.
The freshman comes out on top for Wenatchee. A minute 16 into the first round. So make that 24-6 our team score. And that's a surprise, I'm sure. Danica Torres, a junior for Sunnyside, will win by forfeit here. And Danica Torres, by the way, great wrestler. I was hoping to get a chance to see her wrestle tonight, but she will not. So that will add to Sunnyside's lead and make it 30-6. Now a contested bout at 115 pounds as Miriam Dominguez will wrestle for Sunnyside, the freshman, against Lola Davis, the sophomore for the Wenatchee Panthers. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. And we can attest that Abby's Pizza hits the spot.
Darn right.
Absolutely. So here we are underway. It's Davis for Wenatchee, Dominguez for Sunnyside. Little snap and then shot by Dominguez, but a pretty good counter here by Davis for Wenatchee. Got two Wenatchee wrestlers in a row here that are a little bit undersized to their opponents, but have a little bit more meat on their bones, and now no advantage. The official was about to give a takedown, but didn't quite have it all the way.
No control.
Now Dominguez on their feet will get a 3-point takedown on Davis.
Right.
Lola Davis for Wenatchee on the bottom. And look out, here's a cradle. Boy, that was a good job by Dominguez. And Marin looking for the pin here. And Davis just trying to stay alive and keep it going. Got a minute 2 left in the round here. Oh, boy. Oh, look out. Look out. That's a 4-point near fall. And she almost got back over. Dominguez able to roll her back over. Davis still fighting for her life. And that's a great job by the bottom wrestler there.
Oh, man.
Davis flung to her left as Dominguez changes arms around the waist here. Reaching for the ankle, cross face. Yeah, Dominguez probably has about, 6 inches of height on her.
I think so.
And so she's able to use those long arms to try to...
Looking for that cradle
to her advantage. Yeah, she's got the...
Looking far side cradle, near side cradle.
Yeah. See if she sticks that knee in. Oops, Davis kind of sat into it, and that could be trouble, so you got to watch it there. Right. Only 12 seconds left in the first round. Again, 3 rounds each, 2 minutes each. So Dominguez has to give up on that attempt. Davis, and that's such hard work to work from the bottom and try to use so much energy to stay off your back, number one, and then also try to battle to your feet. The option is for Sunnyside here. Dominguez will say, I thought she said down, and she will be down on the referee's position.
Okay, Wenatchee's got a chance here.
Yeah, this will be our first chance to see Davis on top. And quickly to her feet is Dominguez. Hand fighting, trying to sit out and break the hands, and a 1-point escape. And throwing her past and then taking her down is Dominguez. And she's now up 11-0 with 1:39 to go here in round number 2.
A near fall now is the end of the match.
Yeah, freshman for Sunnyside looking very good. She's got that cradle again, going for the pin here. And she gets it with 1:28 left in round number 2.
The cradle paid off.
So 2:33 into the match. 36-6 our team score now, as Savannah Hoffman will hit the mat for Wenatchee at 120 pounds, and she'll go up against Fernanda Benitez, a junior for Sunnyside. Our broadcast brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Apple Valley Honda today, and Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. They're committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. So you got the junior for Sunnyside, a freshman for Wenatchee. We talked about learning lessons, and
here we are.
There you are.
Well, one freshman already came through with an unexpected win.
Yeah, this is true. This is true for Wenatchee. The only points they've got on the board here as they trail it 36-6. We knew that this was going to be a match that Sunnyside would win just by virtue of the forfeits alone, no matter what the 6 wrestlers for Wenatchee would do on the mat. And just what I thought, Dad, we lost the lights here, and thankfully I've got my laptop up, so I've got a little glow of a light here, so I'm okay.
So you can at least read the roster, right?
Yeah, right,
okay.
Right. So again, it's Savannah Hoffman for Wenatchee, Fernanda Benitez for Sunnyside. Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out right here, a minute into round number 1. And I'll tell you, the freshman out there for Wenatchee certainly hasn't shied away from taking on this junior.
Nope.
There's a shot by Benitez.
There she is.
And how about a 2-point takedown, or a 3-point takedown, excuse me, for Hoffman.
And now she's after it.
Yeah.
Look at this.
She's working hard here, trying to get the arm bar.
Oh, she got her tilted. Not quite.
Usually works better if you have her broken down on her.
There.
There you go. And boy, I'll tell you, that's a pinning move right there for Hoffman for Wenatchee. Going to be their second pin of the night. Benitez tries to get out of it. And now trying to turn again as Hoffman with 18 seconds left here in round number 1. Hoffman, the freshman, against the junior Benitez. And so far, advantage freshman. As she gets a pinning move once again. Flip-flop, however, no more points. And now she'll finally give up on that move, but she will get the 4-point near fall and leads it. Should be 7-0 on the board. They got 6 up there right now.
7 now.
There it is.
Yeah.
The choice.
Well, I'll tell you what, just like that other freshman that got the pin, this girl is not.
Yeah. She obviously she's no stranger to the mat.
No, she's not.
So looking very good right here for the Wenatchee Panthers is Savannah Hoffman, just a freshman. And now she got herself in trouble. Let's see if she can get out of it. As Benitez.
She turned right into that.
Yep, she did. And sometimes we talked about that. You can make a mistake that suddenly finds you staring at the lights. She's able to work out of it, however, but it will be near fall points. 4-point near fall for Benitez. So now it's a 7-4 match.
Right. Don't do that again.
Hoffman up to her base and trying to shoot a half while they're on their knees. Not the best recipe, but sometimes, it could work.
I've seen a lot of it tonight already on these on the exhibition matches.
Yes, this is true.
Oh, look at her.
So Hoffman turns and 1-point escape and quickly attacking is Benitez.
And
Benitez slips, and then Hoffman takes her down, but the official says no advantage yet. I don't know how you don't have an advantage when you're doing a pinning move almost.
Oh, she's got a headlock. See?
Oh, okay. There it is. Nice job of stepping over. Boy, I'm impressed by this freshman, Savannah Hoffman for Wenatchee.
Well, so far she's only made that one mistake.
Yeah. 11-4 is our score with 42 seconds left in round number 2.
But we got a whole. Yeah, she loves
a long way to go.
I'll tell you, she loves that crossface move.
Yeah, she does.
Look at that. But man,
you get yourself. Your leverage is clear out to the side and not on top of the other wrestler.
I'd like to see her pick that foot up.
Yeah, right.
Instead of going a double arm across.
Yeah, now she's out in front of Benitez.
Yeah.
Benitez just needs to get to her feet. Right there. How about a reverse opportunity?
She didn't make it.
She didn't get all the way over. And now if Hoffman just steps over, she'll have another pinning move. She does, and she pinned her with 4 seconds left.
4 seconds to go.
In round number 2. How about that? So 3:56 into the match. Savannah Hoffman wins by fall. Makes it 36-12. Well, how about that? surprise tonight. A couple of them for the Wenatchee Panthers. And here we go with another freshman for Wenatchee at 125 pounds. Violet Gianandrea will take on the freshman for Sunnyside, Jenna Canseco.
Where is she?
Waiting for Canseco from Sunnyside's side. She was up in the stands for whatever reason. And I don't know what the clock is, Dad, for a wrestler to check in.
I don't know.
What's interesting here behind the scenes is that the ladies and men here tonight have all tried to check in with us on our end of the scorers table. I guess we look official, Dad.
Yeah. No, it's just my gray hair.
Our broadcast brought to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call 509-662-6842 to get your heat and air from Alpine Air. Okay, here we go. Freshman, Gianandrea for Wenatchee, Canseco for Sunnyside.
You know, when I watch these freshman girls wrestle and they're really aggressive like this, I always think they've got a younger brother that they've whipped up on.
That could be. Headgear comes off of Canseco, but that doesn't deter Gianandrea from getting the takedown. So 3-point takedown for Gianandrea as they work to the outer circle of the mat. And 1 point of contact is all you need on the inside of the circle, and the officials will let you wrestle. I was talking with Dave Jagla, the assistant coach for the boys here tonight, and I said, hey, this whole change in the point system, when did that take place? Because it caught us off guard our last match we did. Oh, nice move there by Gianandrea.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, and she's
that.
don't
do that.
Yep,
There's
full
a point.
Nelson, full Nelson, and so
this.
points against.
Yeah.
Minute 2 left here in the first round of this bout at 125 pounds. So points will be awarded to
Sunnyside.
Canseco. Gianandrea still leads it 3-1 with 1:02 to go here in round number 1. Gianandrea kind of slapping herself in the thighs. I think she was disgusted that she gave up that point there.
Yep.
Gianandrea still on top, but Canseco tried to sit out and work herself out of it. Good job of following by Gianandrea. We got freshman versus freshman here, and they're not wrestling like freshmen, that's for sure.
No, they're not.
Headgear again came off of apparently the slippery hair to Canseco. Those braids might be an issue with that.
It could be the shampoo.
Yeah, the conditioner.
Right.
Probably.
It's a conditioner.
You and I haven't had to use conditioner in 30 years, but so Canseco working on the bottom. Gianandrea for Wenatchee on the top. A sit-out attempt by Canseco. Fruitless. 15 seconds left here in this first round of this 125-pound bout.
Up.
And we're going to, do we have a reversal? Not as of yet.
There we do.
There we do. Reversal, which still is 2 points, by the way. And that makes it a tie match, 3-3, heading into round number 2. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So all tied up at 3-3 in this 125-pound match in the girls. By the way, we only have one more contested bout tonight for the ladies, and that'll be at 135 pounds. We started the match at 170 pounds, 36-12 our score with Sunnyside on top. Again, trying to get headgear that's going to stay on here for the youngster from Sunnyside, Jenna Canseco. Sunnyside with the choice here. And defers. So now Wenatchee choice. I don't know. If I have my choice, I pick down.
Right. Well, especially now with the tie.
Yeah. What was, of course, for those of you just joining us, maybe you haven't listened to us call a match before. We're both from Cedar Woolley, Washington, which, wrestling mecca back in the day. And Spud Wally, the not only state Hall of Fame, but the National Wrestling Hall of Fame for coaches. What was Spud's theory on wrestle up or down? I suppose it depended on your strengths, right?
Well, no, if it was your choice in the second round, he automatically took down because he wanted more points.
Okay.
And you know, you talk about powerhouse back in the day. There was a time when Spud was a head coach at Cedar Woolley that he took his JVs, in other words, your second string, and they were in the A-League. He put a whole team in the A-League, and then he had his third string were the JVs before a varsity match, and then he had his freshman team. And all the JVs won the league title in the A-League, although they weren't allowed to compete to go to state in the league. And the freshmen were undefeated the same year that Cedar Woolley won the league title, the regional title, the district title, the regional title, and the state title.
Wow. So in the interim here, we've certainly had a change of affairs as Conseco has been able to work a reversal as well as near fall. So she's up 8-4 right now over Gianandrea, Violet Gianandrea for Wenatchee.
Well, she's got to get her base and get moving here.
Yeah. Might be a fatigue factor at this point, too, as you got 19 seconds left in the second round.
Well, now she's up and at him.
Look out. Yeah, you got to watch your balance. Good idea. But now, and by the way, as long as Conseco has contact with the inner circle, they'll call a pin out of bounds like that.
Right.
That's also new.
Oh, yeah.
Relatively new.
That's not the way it was in the good old days, huh?
So Sunnyside will choose both wrestlers up. She was able to get a takedown after an escape by Gianandrea in that last round. And so now both wrestlers on their feet, and we've got, hold on, timeout.
What?
I don't think the clock started right away. 11-4 our score, and now we get the whistle, and the clock does restart here.
Right.
As Violet Gianandrea has some work to do here in this third round. She's got to get with it, trailing it by 7 right now, 11-4. But with the new point totals, you can pick up 7 points real quick. You get a takedown and you get near fall, and suddenly, bam, there you are. And she's close to getting it. And she does have the takedown, and she's looking for the near fall.
Come on.
She's got 2 near fall. So it's now 11-9, 2-point differential with 1:19 to go. Forever left in this match.
She has to turn her again.
Yep. Got to break the hips down. But she showed earlier that she likes to work on the side without breaking the hips down first, and that could cost her right now. As Conseco tries to reach and grab for a leg. Both wrestlers head out of bounds and no escape. So Gianandrea will be up and Conseco will be down here with 58 ticks left on the clock in this match. 11-9 the score. Gianandrea on top. She's trailing it by 2. And she looked towards the coaching staff and wondering if they want to just award 1 point for the, just give it up. Give up the escape and now try to get the takedown and near fall points. Oh, it's a technical violation. So it's 1 point to Sunnyside for a technical violation. I don't know what that violation would have been, Dad.
No, I'm not sure.
I didn't see what the case was. I know that Gianandrea was looking over to her coaches, and maybe the official was wanting her to get in the referee's position, and she didn't hear him and
delay.
Yeah, it was delay a game there or something like that. 13-9 to score now, and a shot by Conseco. And she'll throw her through, and trying to stand up is Gianandrea. No points given.
Get across face.
30 seconds left in the match. Oh, here's a 2-point takedown. It's 3-point takedown. 13-12 our score. 20 seconds left to go.
Trying to turn her.
Gianandrea looking for the last second victory here in this 125-pound match. Canseco doing all she can to stay off of her back with 8 seconds, with 7 seconds, and a timeout called by the official for an illegal hold, and 1 point awarded to the Sunnyside wrestler. However, puts both wrestlers on their feet with 6 seconds. All she needs is a takedown.
No.
Oh, they're going to leave it the way they were. Okay.
It was an illegal hold.
Okay, 14-12 is the score. So you got 6 seconds if you're Jean Andrea to try to turn her. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, not enough time, but what a match it was. As Jenna Canseco will get the victory by a final of 14-12. How about that?
Now, there's a couple of good freshmen to look for next year.
Oh, my gosh.
When they're sophomores.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Canseco with a win. Isabel Garcia up next. She'll be a 130-pound winner by forfeit. So that'll add 6 more points to Sunnyside score. So they'll make it 45-12, according to my Cedar Woolley math.
Yep.
Well, they got 46 on the board. That was a 3-point team win for a 14-12 decision, right? So that's 39. 39 plus 6 is 45. Is it not, Dan?
I think so.
Okay, I kind of thought so. Here's our last contested bout of the night for the ladies. 135 pounds. It'll be sophomore Stephanie Salgado for Wenatchee against Alyssa Graciano, the sophomore for Sunnyside. So a couple of sophomores. You love to see similar age range matching up against each other. Of course, you never know what the experience level is, even though they're a sophomore.
No, you have no idea if they're club wrestlers or freestyle or what.
Both wrestlers kind of getting a gauge of one another right now. And sometimes when you watch the pushing and the shoving that's happening out there, they're also gauging how strong the other wrestler is.
Sure they are.
And what kind of balance they might have. Trying to get the takedown here for Wenatchee is Salgado. And both wrestlers will head to the middle of the mat. Probably a little help, preventative officiating, if you will, by a referee tonight, saying, hey, get back to the center.
Yeah. Before you hit the chairs.
Well, and you would talk to the wrestlers when you were a referee, didn't you?
Oh, yes. You're darn right.
Almost halfway through this first round. Still no points awarded to either side in this 135-pound match. Boys match will follow after a little warm-up here for the boys. So hold on for that here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Appreciate you tuning in tonight, especially a lot of folks tuning in from Sunnyside tonight. So welcome.
I'm sure.
A lot of Grizzlies in the house here as well that made the trip up from down south. And you got to be proud of your wrestlers and proud of your program for what Sunnyside's been able to do over the past, 2 decades just about, especially for the boys.
Right. Looking at the pre-match program here, it's very, very impressive.
And finally takedown with 21 seconds left in the round going to be given to Graciano here. And that was almost kind of a battle of attrition. I mean, they were both, trying this, trying that, and then finally Graciano comes up with tied up the leg and tied up the heel and was able to get the advantage, and that's going to be our round 1 with Graciano on top by a score of 3-0 over Salgado for Wenatchee. Again, 3 more forfeits coming up, so this match is already in the books basically, except for this match right here, and then we'll have the boys match following on the NCWLIFE Channel. So the wrestler from Sunnyside, Graciano, will choose neutral for both wrestlers. So here we go, both on their feet again.
Here we go.
We'll see who gets the better advantage this time. Graciano was able to get a heel and kind of lock up Salgado last time to get the takedown. Good hand fighting by both wrestlers on their feet. Now, Dad, talk about that. What are you trying to accomplish by getting I don't want your hand inside mine. I want my hand outside yours. What are you trying to get there?
Exactly. And then when they tie up like this, that's a tie-up. When they each grab the other one's head, well, then you're trying to set them up. Or you can block them with your elbow and go for a single leg, or like there. Now, she's got a wrist and an elbow. She tried to throw her by and then get a single, but it didn't make it. Now, they're good counter.
Yeah, and, well, he's saying 3-point takedown,
right,
and he gave that to the Wenatchee wrestlers, so we're tied at 3. Now
Well, she
a
turned her
one-point
loose.
escape. She turned her loose. So Graciano back up in the match by 1 with under a minute to go here in round number 2.
Well, that tells you right there that she has the confidence to take her down.
Right.
She liked what she felt last time.
Well,
so.
she's been able to get the shot so far, but the last time around it was Salgado for Wenatchee that had the good counter.
Right.
She sprawled, put her weight on top of her, and then was able to get her body around to get the takedown.
Absolutely. No, see, a lot of arm action.
Yeah, and from that you can do the arm drag.
Right, arm
and
drag.
try to slip behind her.
Or fake the drag and go to a single on the outside. Hook the knee.
Under 20 seconds left in round number 2 here in a tightly contested final contested bout of the girls match tonight at 135 pounds. You've got Stephanie Salgado for Wenatchee, Alyssa Graciano for Sunnyside, both sophomores. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that will be the end of round number 2. Just a 1-point differential. Well, I love this, that our final contested match will be a close one.
And it's a contested match, yes. Absolutely.
So the choice is now for the Wenatchee wrestler, and Salgado's going to take down here. So interesting.
Well, she needs to score.
Yes, she does need to score. She's down by 1. Final round of this bout.
Last time they were on their feet, there was too much dancing.
Yeah. Well, and trying to dance now and fight with the locked hands is Salgado, and tossing her down successfully is Graciano.
Well, she goes tight waist. Now looking for that cradle. Boy,
well, she's got
those Sunnyside girls like that cradle.
Yeah, they do. And Salgado for Wenatchee just grab the arm. Got to watch your weight here.
Oh, yeah.
She gets back to a good foundation. And what do we have? Crossface.
Yep, another crossface event. Oh, where they tie up both arms, and then you have to twist. But now, see, the Sunnyside girl should drag her out and get her off her knees. Then she can do it.
Right.
But
yeah, it's all about the base. You only got a minute left in this match, by the way. Still a 1-point differential.
Right.
With Graciano for Sunnyside leading Salgado for Wenatchee by 1, 4-3.
Yep, she's got to get up and get out.
Salgado on the bottom, trying to figure out what to do here. Again, both wrestlers are sophomores, and this is where experience would certainly benefit one or the other. You've got the wrestler on top trying to make a move. You got the wrestler on bottom obviously trying to counter that. Grabbing a leg is Salgado. She gave it up. Graciano still with that cross. She's got her arm across her face with 15 seconds left here in the round. And I think she's just going to settle in to ride the rest of the way here and hold on for the victory. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do it.
Well, she's tired. She tired the Wenatchee girl. So.
Yeah. So 4-3 is the final. Alyssa Graciano will get the win for Sunnyside.
Good match.
48-12 is their score. Oh, they did fix the match, by the way,
right.
the score match. So
sure.
This is Audrey Lara, sophomore. She'll get a win by forfeit. So it'll be 54-12 at that point. And then Aaliyah Larios, a freshman, will also get a win at 145 pounds by forfeit. That'll make it 60-12. And then Ruby Sylvia at 155 pounds will also get a forfeit. The junior will have her arm raised, and that'll bring us to our final score of, well, it should be 66-12, but I'm seeing the scoreboard be different than what I've got.
They went one extra point again.
Yeah, I think it might be a sticky key.
I think you're right. It doesn't bounce back.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Call Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate for all your real estate needs. In Central Washington, call 509-888-8887. That's 509-888-8887. So Wenatchee will drop to 0-4 on the season. Sunnyside will improve to 4-0 in head-to-head to Big 9 matches. We've got the boys match straight ahead. We'll take a break before we get to the boys and come back with that next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Who's trying to stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and ENIAC. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we bring you live Big 9 Wrestling tonight, as we have the girls match in the books, the boys match coming up. The girls match went the way of the Grizzlies with a 66-12 margin. And here come the Wenatchee Panther boys to warm up here. Wondered if we were going to get some sort of a warm-up or not, Dad, but
right.
Here they are.
Right. Sunnyside just came and lined up.
So we assume that they've been on the other side of the curtain over here warming up themselves.
This is just kind of frantic here, too.
So the Wenatchee Panthers coming in with the boys will have 3 forfeits here tonight. We'll tell you about that as we get to our bout sheet coming up in just a few moments. As far as the standings for the boys are concerned, you've got Moses Lake at 4-0 coming into tonight. Sunnyside at 3-0. By the way, Moses Lake on the road at Davis tonight. That should be a good one. The Pirates are at 2-1 on the season. Eastmont 2-2. And Wenatchee comes into this match 1-2 head-to-head in Big 9 matchups. So we'll see if they do the bout lineup. The face-off is what they used to call it.
Right, here we go.
So I think they're going to do that here.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see if they start at 170 pounds or they start with the lightweights. I'm not sure. But 175 pounds, is the match we're going to see first here. And that should be a good one, as you've got John Gutzweiler for the Wenatchee Panthers, who's 16-4 on the season. He's coming out of a first-place finish last weekend over at the Marysville Pilchuck Premier Tournament. And, boy, these kids nowadays, we were talking about this last night, Dad, they sure wrestle a lot.
Yes, they do.
Used to be a limit on how many matches you could have before you get to the postseason.
I think back in the day, the limit was 25 matches a season, and now some of these kids have 41 matches plus.
The second match are going to have the face-off here, 190 pounds. Logan Lamb for Wenatchee, Ruben Bali for Sunnyside. That is a senior versus a sophomore. 215-pound match is a freshman for Wenatchee, Derek Varga, against James Perez, who's a sophomore for Sunnyside. You know, that could turn out to be a great match. Luke Flugie is at 285 pounds. He's 25-8 on the season. The junior will go up against a freshman in Blake Halver. Now we'll head back to the younger, lower weights, and Juan Lopez will get a win by forfeit here tonight at 106 pounds. So too will Kevin Ocampo at 113 pounds for Sunnyside. At 120 pounds, we will have a contested bout here with a couple of seniors, And Peter Briley for Wenatchee will go up against Samuel Valencia for Sunnyside. There you see those wrestlers at 120 pounds. Then we'll go to 126 pounds for this will be the match of the night, we hope.
Right.
D'Angelo Negretti for Wenatchee at 25-3 on the season. The senior goes up against the junior Zayden Gonzalez, who's 30-11. He finished third at the state Matt Classic a year ago. That is going to be a fantastic match. Jaime Perez will wrestle at 132 pounds for Wenatchee. Sophomore goes up against the senior Jesse Denson, 32-11 mark on the season. Benjamin Rios wrestles at 138 pounds for Wenatchee. He's a junior. Goes up against Mason Mendoza, junior for Sunnyside. Another forfeit for the Grizzlies here as they'll get the win. Ray Romero will get the win as sophomore at 144 pounds. Nobody to wrestle against for Wenatchee. 150 pounds will feature Christian Garcia, sophomore for Sunnyside, and Leonardo Salgado for the Panthers, who is a senior. Recognize that name. You got the boys and girls Salgado. So I'm sure that's a little help for younger sister.
I think so,
to have a senior brother out there. 157-pound match will feature Jaden Lopez, the junior for Sunnyside, and Keenan Lopez, a freshman for Wenatchee. Finally at 165 pounds, it'll be Cale Campos, junior for Sunnyside, against Frank Brandt, the junior for Wenatchee. So that is our head-to-head matchups in our broadcast tonight, brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesel and European cars are their specialty pickup and drop-off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Appreciate you joining us along with Dave Granstrom. I'm Eric Granstrom. If that name sounds familiar, yeah, that's my dad. Just to my left here. And the cops didn't come roust us, so I guess we're okay.
Yeah, well, it must be.
You being out of the 360 and coming over here to the 509, I kind of worried about that for a little bit, Dad.
Right, yeah. I thought there'd be a roadblock.
By the way, Sunnyside ranked number 4 in the state for the boys. According to the Washington Wrestling Report, the top 4A team is Tahoma. Meade is ranked 2nd. Skyview ranked 3rd. Sunnyside 4th. Moses Lake is ranked 11th. And Davis ranked 13th. Wenatchee not ranked. So here we go with our first match of the night at...
Down there.
Yeah, they keep wanting to come to us, don't they, Dan?
Right, they do.
First match at 175 pounds, John Gutzweiler, the junior for Wenatchee, against Alexis Torres Puga, the senior for Sunnyside. This should be one of our 4 really good contested matches.
This should be a dandy.
You got Gutzweiler, who looks like he's a little bit smaller, shorter.
Shorter, that's all.
Torres Puga. You got a senior in Puga and a junior in Gutzweiler for Wenatchee. And I was talking with Dave Jagler before the match here tonight, and he says John has been wrestling so well lately.
Well, and now you were talking about these moves here when they're both on their feet. You talk about testing strengths. That's what's going on.
Well, and also there's kind of it's strength, but it's also that domination where if you can put the other guy's head down and he can't see what you're doing, that's a key as well. 3-point takedown for Gutzweiler for Wenatchee. Gutzweiler quickly trying to get.
Boy, he's trying to get him right off the bat here. I like to see that.
By Torres Puga. Gutzweiler picks him up, tosses him back down to the mat, but controls his fall so he doesn't get any points against him for a dangerous move. And now the wrestlers are both off the mat. And we'll head back to our center circle, and it will be Torres Puga that'll be down, Gutzweiler up. Now, one of those things we pointed out here last time we had Eastmont and Moses Lake, Dad, is the down wrestler here would have made Spud Wally happy because he had his ankles flat to the mat.
Right.
In the down position.
Absolutely, and his hind end sitting on his heels so he can't trap a leg.
Right. And then also that helps you with your explosion from the bottom as well.
Darn right it does.
Gutzweiler's got an arm barred, but then lost it as Torres Puga was able to get it out of there with 25 seconds left here in round number 1. 3-0 Gutzweiler on top. Gutzweiler looking for the half, near side. He's got it. Now can he turn him? You got strength versus strength here. Gutzweiler is going to get near fall points and maybe a pin. 10 seconds left in the round. Stretching that arm out, looking for the pin. Got it.
Right.
4 seconds left in round number 1. John Gutzweiler continues his hot stretch with the win by pin.
No coach.
So 6-0 our team score as Logan Lamb will now step on the mat for Wenatchee against Ruben Bali, the sophomore for Sunnyside. I asked where Logan was last weekend for the Marysville Pilchuck tournament because I didn't see his name anywhere at 190 pounds. And hold on, we've got a timeout asked for by the official.
What?
Looking at Logan to make sure he's okay, I guess.
Well, they banged heads.
But Logan Lamb, by the way, was at a all-state football camp last weekend. So you're excused.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, Logan Lamb, a fantastic linebacker for the Wenatchee Panthers this past season. Had a, 97-yard interception return for a touchdown on senior night. How about that?
Well, I'll tell you, there's not an ounce of fat on that young man.
Yeah. Lamb in the purple singlet. Kind of hard to see the colors of the singlets in this dark gym here tonight under the spotlight. But Sunnyside wrestler with a black singlet trimmed in red and white. Gold the trim across the front of the chest of Mr. Lamb here. No points taken or given here in this first round so far. Lamb with the counter to everything that Bali has thrown so far. Had more hand play than anything else.
Lots of hand play. Nobody wants to go for legs.
Right. Got Lamb, who's probably, about 3-4 inches taller than Bali. The Wenatchee wrestler. Here's a pull by Lamb. .30 seconds left in round number 1. The official takes his whistle out of his mouth and says, okay, we got to have something here, boys.
Right. I think he's going to call the boys for not doing anything here in a minute.
Might be a stall warning on both wrestlers.
Right. Oh, yeah.
There's kind of a shot with an arm, if you can call that a shot, by Bali.
Nothing, just grabbing.
But the
stalling.
Sophomores being
he's calling stalling on
Wenatchee. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So the choice is for Sunnyside. Scoreless first period. And he will defer, so it's up to Logan Lamb on what he wants to do. He will choose up. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. Lamb kind of wriggling his shoulder around, maybe a little tweak in that first round. Breaks the hips down of the bottom wrestler, Bali.
Well, he's barred it up. Got the bar and he's got the wrist, but you got to get him flat.
Yeah, can you do anything with it? It's hard to do it when they're on their base.
You can't turn them.
Well, the reminder, too, is that, you've got two wrestlers here that are 190 pounds. So they could weigh a little bit under 190 pounds, but typically they're right at the same weight. But you got two different body styles that make up that 190 pounds.
Right.
You got a wrestler in Lamb who's probably, I guess now I see them standing next to each other, only about 2-3 inches taller. But that means longer arms, longer legs.
Right.
You got a little more compact design in Ruben Bali.
Right, and which also determines style.
Whoa, look out. Boy, some action right there.
Nothing. Not a point out of
Not a point out of all that falterall.
Well, that was gymnastics at its best.
That was
right
fun.
There.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I think the cheerleaders are over there taking notes right now. Okay, you stumble, you fall, and you roll over, flip, back on your head. Okay. Okay.
Well, now he's
43 seconds left here in the round number 2.
Bar it up. Well, if he can ride this out, then it's up to him on the bottom in the third.
Well, we'll see. Maybe Bali will choose both wrestlers on their feet.
Oh, that
since
could
there
be.
wasn't any real advantage in that first round with both wrestlers on their feet. Again, he's got the arm barred up. Now he's got him tipped. Now he's going to get to near fall points with 15 seconds. And how about a pin just like that? Wow.
His shoulder's really hurting. He was grimacing.
Logan Lamb wins by pin at 1:46 into the second round.
James Perez. From Wenatchee, Derek Varga.
Excuse me. 3:46 into the match. And Wenatchee's on top 12-0. Now we'll go to 215 pounds. It'll be Derek Varga, a freshman for Wenatchee, against James Perez, a sophomore for Sunnyside. Well, you know, in these matches that are contested, Dad, when you got 3 forfeits you're giving up, that's when you depend on these wrestlers that are kind of like this match right here.
Right.
Get me a pin and make up for that forfeit later on.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you've got different body types again here. The Sunnyside fellow is at least 2 inches shorter, and maybe 3. One longer build than the other, that's for sure.
You've got Derek Varga again for Wenatchee and James Perez, sophomore for Sunnyside. Their records on the season, by the way, Varga 12-11 and Perez 8-13. So similar success on the mat so far this season.
Right, and once again, these are 2 young guys trying to get experience.
215-pound match. They got 250 up on the board for whatever reason on the scoreboard here at Wenatchee High School.
No, it's 215.
Oh, we got another match where there's not a lot of shooting going on in the first round.
Nope. We're going to leave those legs alone for a while.
Yep.
And rough each other up by the head.
Well, and a lot of times these bigger wrestlers like this, look out.
Oh, he went for fireman and he got it.
And he got it. But
no, he
good
didn't.
Counter by the Wenatchee wrestler. They go out of bounds. No advantage.
Good counter.
Yeah, Varga was able to get out of it. That was a well-shot fireman's carry.
It was. I thought he had it for sure.
Sometimes, though, and you see that, where a wrestler will get a fireman, will get down on the mat. Oh, look at that.
Now that was a clever throw. I haven't seen that in a long time.
That was just
one arm.
One arm, yeah. Drug it in tight and then threw him down with using his own weight.
Yep, right. Which, if that backfires, you're on your back.
Yeah, that's true. So it's a risky move. I was going to say, you know, you see a lot of that hand fighting and stuff, and for these bigger wrestlers, a lot of times they're trying to set up a throw.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office.
One escape.
Call for an estimate at 509-423-2207. So our first point of the match comes in the opening seconds of round number 2. And it is the Sunnyside wrestler now on top 1-0. So Perez has the lead over Varga.
Well, here we go again. Trying to set up.
Perez trying to suck Varga in tight and go for a throw again. Again, Varga just a freshman for Wenatchee. Talking with Dave Jagler before the match here tonight. He says, I said, well, how's he been doing? He goes, you know what? He says, this is a tough kid that has continued to just show up.
Look at that.
He continues to just show up. And despite a lack of success on the mat, he just continues to battle time and time again. And we got a blood timeout here on the mat. But he said that if he sticks with it, by the time he's a junior, this kid's going to be something else.
Right. And I agree. And just watching him briefly here.
They're looking for blood, and they're not seeing. They're just looking for the Sunnyside wrestler to see if he's got any blood on him.
Right. Yep.
They're checking the mat for blood as well because they got to clean that up. So they've got a clock that's running here behind the scenes. You get, I think, is it a 5 minute?
Yep, it's a 5 minute
injury timeout.
Right.
That clock is running.
There were drips.
Okay, so we've got the sports medicine crew out here cleaning things up for Wenatchee. Our broadcast here tonight also on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop. Schedule your time on their Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653. So after a brief timeout, we're back in wrestling here with 1:06 left in round number 2 in a 1-0 lead here for Sunnyside's James Perez over Wenatchee's Derek Varga. Well, they've certainly been banging heads enough to have some blood come, that's for sure.
Now, with them banging their heads like that with ear guards on, you can imagine why there were cauliflower ears back in the day.
Yeah. Well, of course, these days with the popularity of MMA, there's a great shot by Varga for Wenatchee. Can he hang on to it? No, he can't. Perez will squirrel around and get the takedown. Or excuse me, I apologize. I had the wrong wrestler there. So it's Varga that gets the takedown after the shot by Perez. Again, singlet color is evading me here. 3-1 is our score.
Yeah, Varga's hind end was black.
Yeah, so. And now it's a 1-point escape for Perez. So it's a 3-2 contest with 5 seconds left in round number 2. It's going to be a close one here.
This is going to go to number 3. We'll see.
So it is a 3-2 differential with Wenatchee's Derek Varga on top of James Perez for Sunnyside. The Wenatchee wrestler is down here.
You can bet he's going to. There we go. Those Sunnyside boys, they like to come up for that half or that crossface.
Perez,
here we go.
Tries the escape and maybe going to try for a reversal here.
Varga is getting a reversal.
Excuse me, Varga, correct. The Wenatchee wrestler. Crossface, and he covers, and he's got the takedown. It is a 5-2 lead now for Varga for Wenatchee. Perez back to his feet. He's got a leg, and now look out. He's got an elevator. Varga, Perez, and now a throw attempt, and right to his back goes Varga. So he's got the takedown. It's a 5-4 match with a minute to go. No near fall points, however.
No, he didn't stay down.
Now up is Varga. 1-point escape. He leads it 6-4 with 51 seconds left. Going to come right down to the final ticks of the clock here in round number 3 of this 215-pound match tonight. A shot in deep for Perez.
Good counter.
Good counter by Varga. Gets behind Perez. Look out. He covers the hips. A takedown given to Wenatchee's Derek Varga. Can he hold on for 28 seconds? He leads it 9-4 now. Both wrestlers absolutely fatigued at this point of the match.
The Sunnyside boy tried that to throw him again.
And a 1-point escape here for Perez. Can he get the takedown? Can he get the shots? And they all both go out of bounds. No points given. 9 seconds left.
Boy,
Sunnyside coaches are asking for Perez to go for the throw here.
Yep, that's about all he's got left.
Trails by 4, and here comes the shot, and he does! Oh my gosh, he got the takedown! He got the near full, and he is out of time! Wow, he will get the win in the final 9 seconds of the match. How about that? 12-9 is the final.
Oh,
wow.
Yep, simple head and arm.
What a match.
Vargas was just fatigued.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what it came down to. You can see when they went out of bounds over on the side there that he was sucking wind bad.
Yep.
So here we go, Luke Flugie, the junior, against Blake Halver, the freshman, 285 pounds. Luke Flugie, the specimen, gets the takedown. 3 points. One for the waist ride here.
That's quite a waste.
He's not able to reach all the way.
Oh.
And now,
I think we have an experience.
Luke Flugie is definitely an experienced wrestler.
Yeah.
Flugie coming off a championship win last weekend at the Marysville Pilchuck tournament in Western Washington. Minute 15 left here in round number 1. It leads at 3-0. The official pulls his whistle out of his mouth to give some instructions to the wrestler on the bottom, saying, hey, you got to make a move here. Got to make an attempt to get up. Flugie with that crossface now tries to roll him over with 56 seconds left in the round. And if he can get him turned, he's probably going to get the pin here.
Had a long time to hold him there.
And he reverses his effort.
He's got him.
And there it is, a pin. 1 minute and 18 seconds into the match for Luke Flugie. Makes it an 18-3 match as we head to a couple of forfeits in a row. That'll put Sunnyside ever closer, as Juan Lopez will win by forfeit for the Grizzlies at 106 pounds. That'll make it 18-9, according to my math.
You know, I'll really hand it to that young man that just wrestled for Sunnyside. You know, he's out there and he knows he's overweight, but by wrestling as a freshman, you watch. By the time he's a senior, he'll have a physique.
Kevin Ocampo is also a winner at 113 pounds here for Sunnyside by forfeit. So that will make our match score 18-15. There is one more forfeit down the road here ahead, but all the rest of the matches will be contested, and this is going to be a good one as well, as you've got the senior Samuel Valencia at 120 pounds for Sunnyside. He's 28-5 on the season, going up against the senior for Wenatchee, Peter Brightly, who's 9-11.
Okay, here we go.
Valencia, by the way, coming out of a win last weekend in the Rumble in the Valley down in Prosser. Shot quickly, and wow, what a move.
That didn't take long.
That did not take long for Valencia, as he's going for the pin, and he got the pin in how about 10 seconds.
Wow.
So Sunnyside, by virtue of that pin, will take the lead in the match, 21-18. And that'll bring up the match that we talked about last night that we were really looking forward to, hoping we were going to get. And here we go, 126 pounds, 25-3 senior D'Angelo Negretti for Wenatchee against 30-11 junior Zayden Gonzalez for Sunnyside. 126-pound match. Here we go. Hold on to the edge of your chair here. In fact, you won't even need your chair for this one.
Nope. Speed.
Yeah, speed, absolutely. Gonzalez for Sunnyside. Negrete for Wenatchee. Wrestlers go out, so the official brings it back to the center of the mat. Shot taken by Gonzalez. Negrete down to a knee. Again, very similar looking singlets in this dark gymnasium here tonight. The singlets for Wenatchee are a very dark purple. The singlets for Sunnyside are black, trimmed in red.
And the bottom of Wenatchee's are black.
Yeah, that's true. Shot and counter. Both wrestlers back up. 1 minute into round number 1. I was saying earlier that so much of the wrestling world now is preparatory for MMA. And you see some of the best MMA fighters, if they've got a good wrestling base, a foundation, if you will, that makes them even better MMA fighters. Zayden Gonzalez for Sunnyside and D'Angelo Negrete for Wenatchee. No score so far, and we're a minute and a half into round number 1. So far, there's been just basically a feint at a shot by both wrestlers, but not an actual shot. Kind of that fake to set up something else, expecting maybe the other wrestler to counter and then find himself with nothing but air.
And make a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and now a shot. They've been reaching and slapping each other, and now D'Angelo reaching up for his nose or eye.
And they've been banging heads, too.
Yes, they have.
Referee talking to him.
Preventative officiating there.
Yeah, right.
One round in this one, and no score at 126 pounds between D'Angelo Negrete for Wenatchee and Zayden Gonzalez for Sunnyside.
Okay, he got on him left-handed to start.
So Gonzalez is down, now up to his feet, with the Wenatchee wrestler Negrete behind him, and now a 1-point escape. So our first point of the match comes 13 seconds into the second round. It's a 1-point escape for Gonzalez. Gonzalez, just a fantastic wrestler for Sunnyside. He comes into the match here ranked 11th in the state, according to the Washington Wrestling Report. Gonzalez last year was 3rd at state. He finished 5th last weekend at the Rumble in the Valley down in Prosser. Negrete coming into this match 25-3 on the season.
He's certainly not intimidated.
No, definitely not. Negrete sure likes to when he goes to a knee, he likes to stay there for a while.
Yeah, he's inviting him to rush him.
Yeah, kind of like the cobra ready to strike.
Yeah.
44 seconds left in round number 2. 1-0 our score. Zayden Gonzalez in the lead. I think both wrestlers know that they're pretty evenly matched here, so they're being very cautious in the approach. A lot of times you see these 120.
Well, look here. He's got a leg. Got a leg.
So it is Negrete that has the leg on the single leg deep. But of course, Gonzalez knows what to do in this circumstance as he sprawls out. And now Negrete trying to lift him up, turn him over, and they head out of bounds. And it will be no advantage gain. Both wrestlers on their feet with 7 seconds left in the second round here of this 126-pound match. A lot of times you see the 126-pounders shoot, they're flipping and flying all over the mat and rolling, and
well, you know,
it's like
the only real shots have been taken by the Wenatchee kid. You know that?
Now we're going to get a timeout for blood here.
Oh, here we go.
Apparently, is it Gonzalez that has the blood? Yes, it is. So while we have the momentary pause here, it'll give me a chance to let you know that another one of our sponsors is Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling, call the Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're online at kennedygroup.com. That's K-E-N-A-D-Y group.com. Also by our friends at Les Schwab. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety measure. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop in by today. Also by our friends at Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Along with my dad, Dave Granstrom, I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
No. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
They were both up.
No, we're starting the third round.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. So before we can start the third round, we had the blood timeout for Gonzalez, excuse me. So Gonzalez working on top. He's up 1-0 in the match here in round number 3. D'Angelo Negrete, the Wenatchee wrestler, on the bottom with a very wide base. Now he sits out, tries to reach back for the reversal, but blocked by Gonzalez.
Keep your head up.
Boy, Negrete is so strong. Look at those legs. He gets that base like that, he's like a manhole cover.
Boy, I tell you.
Hard to pick up.
He's a spider.
1:15 left in round number 3.
There's nothing wrong with his basics, I can tell you that.
D'Angelo Negrete trying to do what he can against a very good wrestler on top of him right now, Zayden Gonzalez. First time, well, I don't know if this is the first time they've met this season. They could have met in some of the many tournaments that they've been in so far. 3 more head-to-head duel matches for both of these teams after tonight. And the season is over.
Here we go.
40 seconds left to 1-point match. And Negrete trying to do what he can here to shake the hands and shake the body. Hand fighting, hand fighting, hand fighting, and now picking up and slamming to the mat. And now we're going to get a hold on just a minute with a timeout. And injured on that move is Negrete. How do you not get a dangerous move there?
His upper body came down first.
Yeah,
That's
and his head did as well.
Right.
So right now he's looking at his left arm. So the injury timeout is underway here. And again, man, I don't know. I'd almost give a point to the Wenatchee wrestler for a dangerous move.
Well, I tell you. Well, checking his shoulder.
Yeah.
Elbow.
We're talking about what's coming up for these two teams down the stretch here. By the way, next week we'll be at Eastmont for Wenatchee versus Eastmont in Big 9 Wrestling. We'll have that next Thursday at 7 o'clock here on the stream live. Davis and Sunnyside will do battle next Thursday at 7 o'clock as well. So we're back on the way here with 19 seconds left. Negrete doing all he can from the bottom here after injuring, appeared to injure his arm. Now trying to stand up again with 8 seconds, with 7 seconds, trails it by 1, with 5, with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1, and that's going to be the match. How about this one tonight? Ends 1-0. Oh my!
Boy, what's
a hit in the head by the Sunnyside wrestler. So 1 team point against Wenatchee, 1 team point against Sunnyside for apparently Negrete had words to say, and then Gonzalez with a shot to the head. Well, you hate to see that no matter what.
Well, wait till they meet in the league tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. They will meet again. There is no doubt about that.
There is no doubt.
So 3 points would have gone to Sunnyside, but after the team point taken away, that'll make it 23 for the Grizzlies, and they'll take 1 away for Wenatchee. So that's 17. So it should be 17-23 the score now, but they've got 17-20 on the board. Well, you got to award points for the victory there, don't you?
Right.
Okay, so they're talking that out. Meanwhile, Jaime Perez for Wenatchee and Jesse Denson for Sunnyside in this 132-pound bout. And quickly a takedown for the Sunnyside wrestler. Jesse Denson is a senior. He's 32-11 on the season, so he definitely has the advantage over the sophomore here in Jaime Perez.
23, they got it right now.
Okay, so 23-17, our team score here. A little heated battle there. And we got illegal hold here, so 1 point awarded to the...
had both arms around his head and neck and locked him up. 1
point awarded to the Sunnyside wrestler, so it's 5-0 here as Denson leads it. He's on top. Well, I'm sure that last match and the extra words and the smack to the head afterwards had to do with that throw.
It did have everything to do with
by
that
Gonzalez, who threw Negrete to the mat and didn't take care of him. Threw him down and well, we had an injury timeout after that.
Right.
So Negrete was not too happy about how he was flung to the mat there.
No, head first.
Here's a roll. Looking for the cradle. He's got it. Denson now looking for the pin, and he's got that as well. Minute 9 into the round and into the match. And it will be Denson with the victory by pin, making our match 29-17 now. And we'll head to 138 pounds. It'll be Benjamin Rios, the junior for Wenatchee, up against Mason Mendoza, a junior for Sunnyside. Should be a pretty good match here coming up. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Save Mart, Shop Smart, Shop Local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Also by Tacos Chava, You love Tacos Chava at East Wenatchee. Let them cater your next event. Find them on Facebook by searching Tacos Chava East Wenatchee. So we have a little discussion happening at the scorers table right now, as the Wenatchee coach, Luis Perez, wants a little explanation probably to what happened 2 matches ago, or a match ago, I should say. No, 2 matches ago now, with Zayden Gonzalez and D'Angelo Negretti. Jesse Denson gets a win by pin. Now Mason Mendoza for Sunnyside up against Benjamin Rios for Wenatchee. Should be 2 fairly evenly matched wrestlers here. Right now, it appears that Mendoza being the aggressor for Sunnyside. Sunnyside again ranked 4th in the state coming in as a team. Expected to do well at the MAC Classic again in Tacoma, taking a bevy of wrestlers over to the west side for that. And what a beautiful shot here.
Oh, wow.
And they got to get the takedown. Finally will for Mason Mendoza. So a 3-point takedown for Mendoza, almost a minute into round number 1.
Now he's trying to work on that. Here we go again.
Cross face.
Yep, that cross face. Now he's looking for the far side cradle. Yep. And feeling that.
That was a good job for Wenatchee's Rios there to reach up, grab the arm, get to your base. Take that arm off your face. It's interesting. You go back to the day when you had coaches that were at a location for a long time,
right?
And where you had the same head coach for decades at a time, and you don't have that hardly at all anymore. But you became accustomed to the style of wrestling for a team,
absolutely,
based on who their coach was.
They had their favorite moves for guys with long arms and long legs. They had their favorite moves for the stocky guys, and you knew what to expect.
I remember that's our first round, and it's a 3-0 lead here for Mason Mendoza of Sunnyside. I remember Spud Wally giggling, talking about guys that had just a vicious crossface.
Right.
I mean, he liked that.
Yeah.
And he just talked about, twisting your forearm and having your ulna and your radius just kind of burn into a guy's nose.
Yeah, I know. Oh, brother.
Second round begins with the Wenatchee wrestler Benjamin Rios on top. Backing into him is Mendoza for the Grizzlies. And reaching back and grabbing a leg. That's an interesting move. But now stacking him up is Rios. So you got to be careful about where you are.
Right, absolutely.
Rios, they both go out of bounds here, not quite yet completely off the mat, so no whistle from the official with 1:15 left in round number 2. 3-0 the lead for Mendoza over Rios, and then finally we're off the mat, so we'll head back to the center circle and resume the second round. Again, we'll be out at Eastmont High School for the Battle of the Cross River Rivals, Wenatchee and Eastmont, next Thursday, and that should be a well-contested match, and that should come right down probably to the final bout of the night.
That well could, yes.
You've got stuff going on, right? So you can't be here next week. Oh, you got teeth work happening, don't you?
Yeah, I've got to have a tooth pulled.
Well, it did you well for 82 years, so, I mean, that's not bad.
Doggone thing.
Well, my dad lost most of his teeth on a statue at Pacific University back in the day. The boxer made a showing.
From the Boxer Rebellion in China. I don't know why they picked it.
So it's a dragon dog. A statue of a dragon dog that was bronze. Was it bronze? Yeah.
Bronze.
And back then, they would have the appearance of the boxer, showing of the boxer. And so all of the groups at the college would fight over it to see who could get it, including sororities and fraternities, and you were part of the sports gang, right?
Right, and actually, I just came out of my biology class at 8 o'clock in the morning when it was over, and they had dropped the thing from a helicopter. And the crowd was already battling for it. And I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun. So I got involved and finally ended up on the bottom of the pile and looked across, and there was another football player that I knew. And I said, okay, you block and I'll jump and run. So when that happened, so I took off across the campus and got about 50 yards, and the guy made a shoestring tackle, and I came down jaw first on top of this thing, knocked me cold, and broke all my front teeth out.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the university paid for the bridge, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We start the third round with Rios on top, but now it is Mendoza is going to get the 2-point reversal. So his lead expands to 5-0 here with 1:24 to go in the match. So was it your mother-in-law that picked you up from the school? Who picked you up from the school with a complete mouthful of blood and everything else going on?
No one. I had my car parked out at the street, and I walked to the dentist office that was only a block from the university, and they pulled all my broken teeth out. And I came back, and there was a fellow guarding my car because they were afraid that somehow I knew who ended up with it, and we were going to take off.
Oh, boy.
So I had to punch in.
Oh, geez. To get your car back.
Right. Just to get out of my way.
And this is, what, 62, 63?
This was the fall of 62.
I see. Yeah, it was a different time.
Not 1862, 1962.
43 seconds left here in the third round of this one, as it has been Mason Mendoza pretty much the whole way here. Not a lot of activity in this match, and a 5-0 differential.
Strength against strength.
Yeah.
And it just
kind of a stallmate, right, or a stall, or
just enough move to
to keep you away from the referee blowing his whistle and putting the fists together. And now looking for the near side cradle is Mendoza. He has been working, I will give him that, but Rios on the bottom for Wenatchee has just been, strong.
Right.
7 seconds left in the match, and I don't think we're going to get any tip points here in the next 2 seconds, so that'll be the final. As Mason Mendoza of Sunnyside knocks off Benjamin Rios for Wenatchee. 5-0 is the final, so that'll take our team score to 32-17 in favor of the Grizzlies. And now Ray Romero will get a forfeit at 144 pounds. So that'll bump us up to 38-17. And we have 3 more contested matches coming up. Next one is senior versus freshman. Leonardo Salgado for Wenatchee, the senior, against Christian Garcia, the sophomore for Sunnyside. Salgado 19-11 on the season. Garcia 11-12. So you'd say advantage senior, but then again, Sunnyside is pretty talented top to bottom.
Right. I hate to pick the way it's been going.
By the way, no betting allowed.
No betting. No.
Yes. We don't have FanDuel as a sponsor or anything like that. So.
No.
So Christian Garcia for Sunnyside, Leonardo Salgado for Wenatchee. Shot by the Sunnyside wrestler, and then he reaches up and takes advantage of a mistake there by Salgado, and he's got the takedown, and he's got near fall points, but look out, here comes, excuse me, I had that backwards there for a minute. Salgado had the takedown, and now reversal for Garcia. So it's 3-2, the Wenatchee wrestler on top.
No.
In the match, it says on the scoreboard.
Yeah, right.
He's not on top in the current position.
Well, this could get very. Look at her.
Oh, and he reaches up. Got himself out of whack. And now reaching up for a leg is Salgado.
Right,
got his head out. And they're going to give him the reversal. Not yet. They're saying that it is Garcia that has the advantage still. You're almost to a stalemate right there in that position. Ooh, you got to watch the knee. Got to watch the knee for a hold here, and they are going to give a 2-point reversal. They gave the reversal to Salgado, so he's up 5-2 now. As he's looking for more. Oh, I got to watch your weight. Got to watch your balance. And a 2-point reversal for Garcia. Back and forth we go. 5-4 the score. How about this one?
Is this why they call it wrestling?
This is a good one. Got a little timeout here while
and it's not over.
Salgado ties his shoe. We're still in the first round here with 23 seconds left in the first round.
That's amazing. There's a lot of action here.
Absolutely. 150 pounds. You expect it at 150 pounds, right?
Right.
These guys that are built like springs. So it is Salgado on the bottom now. Garcia on top, and look out. With the reversal here, 2-point reversal for Salgado.
There we go.
7-4 the score. This is a long way from being over, and that's the end of the first round. And boy, I'll tell you, watch out. Don't go away. Don't leave your stream.
What is the final going to be, 26-24?
7-4, our score through one. And it will be Salgado on top to start round two. He breaks down the hips of Garcia. Garcia gets back up to his base. So Salgado has to get back, and no, careful. You're going to try to turn him on top of you.
Oh, he's got his leg tied.
He does have his leg tied. Kind of freestyle move there.
Well, you don't see any leg wrestling anymore.
No, hardly. Hardly.
See, now he's got the Saturday Night Bride.
Nope, look out. Look out.
And that backfired.
Look out. No, now he locks his legs around his waist. So, but he's got to be careful. He gave it up, and he gave up the 2-point reversal. So it's 7-6 now. He's got the idea.
Right.
It's just a little bit shaky on the.
Don't reach back. Ooh.
Now the Sunnyside wrestler tried to put himself in danger there for a moment.
Oh, there. See, that's just a roll through.
All right.
No, that's a freestyle.
That's a freestyle move. Absolutely.
See, that's a point for freestyle.
Right.
Here, it's nothing.
Not in this wrestling. 44 ticks left here in round number two. Entertaining one for sure. Now reaching up for the head again is Salgado. Got to be careful. He does get, his arms are so long, he's able to reach clear around his body.
And grab his armpit on the other side.
It's like trying to wrestle an octopus here. If you're Garcia for Sunnyside, they got to give a 2-point reversal here for Salgado. He leads it 9-6 with 18 seconds left in round number two. Not getting any motion from the official about near fall points, so he'll back it up. And look out, he sat on his wallet. And giving the Sunnyside wrestler a chance to come right through, and he does. And rolling around here, it's a hurricane in action. Reversal given to Garcia, so that makes it a 9-8 contest as we head for the third. This is going to come down to the final tick on the clock, it seems.
Well, maybe my initial score was going to be close.
Well, it's almost a case of who's going to give something up rather than get it.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're both going for pin, though.
Yeah,
see?
right. Yeah, which makes it fun for us to watch.
Right.
Garcia on top for Sunnyside. Down on the bottom is Salgado for Wenatchee. He has the 1-point lead, and now trying to get to his base, trying to get up.
There's that reach.
Reach for the head again. They lost the head. And now. Looked like he almost hurt his left hand there for a moment.
Now that
Sunnyside wrestler going for a far side cradle and then trying to lean his body over and flip him over the top of him.
Which backfired last time.
Yeah, he didn't learn from it. And now try to jerk him out of bounds. Both wrestlers are almost out of bounds here with 1:05 to go. And a reach, and again with that long arm, gets it around the back of the head of the Sunnyside wrestler. Now he crowds his waist. Now both wrestlers go almost out of bounds, and they're going to give a 1-point escape to Wenatchee's Leonardo Salgado. What a match. 10-8 the score. 3-point takedown, and this match could be a different story right now. So both wrestlers on their feet.
Almost a minute left.
Garcia for Sunnyside. Salgado for Wenatchee. 50 seconds left on the clock in this match.
Look at there.
And here's the shot and a counter and a tip and a 3-point takedown for Salgado. He leads at 13-8 with 37 seconds. Now he's got to ride it for the rest of the round.
That counter move by the Sunnyside boy that worked twice didn't work that time.
Nope, didn't. And of course, both wrestlers getting exhausted right now. And again, trying to throw and now Salgado looking for near fall points. He got 3. Now it's a 13, or make that 16-8 match with 12 seconds left. Reach it up for the head. Look out. He got the reversal, and he got near fall points. Can he get a pin with 3 seconds? With 2 seconds? With 1, and that'll be it.
Oh.
He'll get 5 points, and the final score of the match will be 16-13, I believe, or 14.
No,
I think it's 13. Or he gave him a 4-point near fall.
Right, gave him 4.
Okay, so 16-14 is the final. It will be the win for Salgado. What a match. And it almost turned out to be exactly what you said for the final score.
Well, they're 10 points short, but that's all right.
38-20 is our team score now. Sunnyside in charge. Keenan Lopez for Wenatchee now against Jaden Lopez for Sunnyside. So either way I call it, if I say Lopez, I got it right.
Yeah, it won't matter.
No, definitely not. Broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. And it looks like the Sunnyside wrestler Lopez version got the takedown there. He leads at 3-0. They kind of like this tight waist and then trying to flip them.
Right.
Kind of freestyle stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Which again, if you expose to the mat, you get exposure points. But here in good old-fashioned high school wrestling, you don't get anything.
No, you have to hold on position.
Up to his feet is Keenan Lopez, the freshman. For Wenatchee, now back down on the mat they go.
He's been countering well.
He has, and going to get a 1-point escape here. So it's a 3-1 contest. And now the shots, and then flinging him right on by was Jaden Lopez, the junior. So you got junior for Sunnyside, a freshman for Wenatchee.
Well,
good opportunity to learn as you go.
And I think he is already.
Oh, he's going for a throw here, going for the head and arm. He got part of it. Can he get the rest of it? They're going to give him a 3-point takedown. Now looking for near fall points. Now looking for a pin with 22 seconds left. Are you kidding me? He got it! The freshman comes up with the... Excuse me, junior. God, I just can't see the dang singlets. I apologize. So the win goes to the Sunnyside wrestler here, Jaden Lopez, who got the toss, and he got the pin with 20 seconds left in round number 1.
Okay, what do we have up next now?
So 44-20 is our team score. And that'll bring us up to 165 pounds. Our last match of the night. Junior Frank Brandt for Wenatchee. Cale Campos for Sunnyside. Campos, by the way, 39-4 on the season.
I think he's looking for a throw already. Nope.
Campos is the diminutive one on the mat, if you will. A little shorter than his component here, Brandt.
Single leg.
And
right down.
Here's the takedown.
Let him go.
And he'll let him go. So 3-1 is our score. Campos
There it
again
is again.
shoots, gets the single leg, and now if he wanted it, he had the half available. He's got the arm instead, and he is getting points. Well, he got the count from the official,
Right.
so he does get 4 near fall points. So it is a 10-1 score in favor of Campos here.
Well, he'll let him go.
Now up on his feet again is Brandt. Shucking him down is Campos. Campos looking for, oh, look at that beautiful fling.
Beautiful.
Yeah, great move and another 3-point takedown here. 13-2 is our score, with Campos on top and kind of doing a clinic on his feet right here.
Right, yes, he is.
So again, join us for more wrestling next Thursday here on the NCWLIFE Channel, as we'll be over at McNaught High School with the Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Always a good one between the two Cross River rivals right here in the Wenatchee Valley.
Oh, here we go.
And now looking for a pin is Campos, and looks like he's going to get it. He's got 15 seconds left in the round. 10 seconds, there it is. 1 minute and 50 seconds into the first round.
Thank you for attending tonight's session. Have a safe drive.
And so 50-20 will be our final score. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Valley Tractor, North Central Washington's trusted equipment and rental dealer for 75 years. Valley Tractor. We will come back with our postgame coming up and wrap it up here from Wenatchee High School. Again, the final for the boys, 50-20, Sunnyside on top as they stay undefeated on the season. We'll hang for you just a moment to make sure we don't have any extracurricular after a little bit of a tussle after one of the matches here tonight as the two teams shake hands. Just kind of keep an eye on things. Okay, looks like we're okay. Okay, good.
Good.
Yes, like to see that. Okay, we'll take a break and come back with your post-game show coming up, or post-match show, I should say, coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
Welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School, along with Dave Granstrom, Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel, where Sunnyside sweeps aside the Wenatchee Panthers tonight. In the girls' match, it was 66-12. In the boys' match, it was 50-20. And, well, Dad, talk about, from Wenatchee's perspective, what do you take out of this one that can be some positives? A couple of wins by freshman girls, number one.
Right, yes, and a couple of freshman boys as well. And I thought that they wrestled well, and their fundamentals are very sound, and lots of those kids have good futures.
Well, the interesting part of it in the match we were really excited to see was Negrete for Wenatchee and Salgado for Sunnyside, and that turned out to be a 1-0 match. But then afterwards, after a little, a throw that was a little hard and I thought should have been a point for the Wenatchee wrestler that injured him for a short time, the two wrestlers came together after the match was over and something was said, and Salgado reaches out and pokes Negrete in the face, and now the officials want to see the footage because that means that if it's a flagrant foul against the Sunnyside wrestler, he can't wrestle for their next match.
Right, yes. And I have no idea what they'll decide, but I'm sure it was something like that. And a 1-0 match that was a head-to-head, boy.
Yeah, and it really was. And the thing about it is that they're going to see each other again down the road.
Yes, they are. At that league tournament, that's going to be something to watch.
Yeah. Districts, by the way, will be February 8th down at West Valley. And then, as we mentioned during the broadcast tonight, that's wrestlers' only chance to get to the MAC Classic in Tacoma this year because they've done away with the regionals, and only 3 top seeds will advance to the state tournament. So you only have a few more weeks to get your P's and Q's together.
Right, and we saw 2 perhaps of the 3, but we have Moses Lake also we have to think about. So.
Oh, definitely so, definitely so. So again, next week we'll be at Eastmont High School for Wenatchee and Eastmont on Thursday night. We'll have that on the stream on Thursday live on Facebook, and then of course it'll broadcast on TV the following night on Friday night. Well, Dad, I'll tell you what, it sure is fun to have you over here, just generally speaking, but especially when we can talk about wrestling, it's a good time.
It's always a good time. Wrestling. Absolutely. I'm sure always pleased to be here. Yeah. Always pleased.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, everybody comes walking up to Dad, and it just looking at him, he looks like an old wrestling coach, which he is, and they ask for sage advice. So what sage advice will you send us off on here tonight, Dad?
Don't reach back.
Don't reach back. Okay, that's great. For everybody involved in our broadcast here tonight, for my dad, Dave Granstrom, I'm Eric Granstrom. We've got Malcolm Whitehall back in the studio. We've got Ethan Leonard back in the studio. We got Dan Kuntz, our line producer, here on site. We got Luis Sandoval, and we got Jesse Ventura here running cameras tonight. That's going to wrap it up for Big 9 Wrestling, where Sunnyside sweeps aside the Wenatchee Panthers. Have a good night, everybody.
Using your head, using your neck. No, it's going to be a pin. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the second round for Keyston Hughes, and we're tied at 6-6.
Thanks for watching tonight's presentation of high school wrestling on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Chava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Thanks for watching high school wrestling on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to local programming already in progress.
4-3-2, and that will be the match.